K4PEW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. I'm just caught me out behind the 8 ball here. I was doing something else. This is K4PEW. If there's no priority traffic, but if you have an emergency, please call 911. And if you can't do that, call us. We'll do it for you. Just make sure to give us your address or who you are, and we'll look up your address. Net may be broken anytime for that kind of stuff. For information on this net, you can look us up right now on YouTube and look in the YouTube search block and put in my call, K4PEW. It'll bring up a thing called a premiere, and you click on that, and you'll be seeing my radio display live. And you'll be able to hear stations you might not be able to hear from your own station. You can also see the results of your signal strength on the screen compared to others. Or you can go to our regular website, 146415.net, some information on Simplex and what we do. You can also go to groups.io and sign up for our email if you so desire. It's also got our schedule on the face of the groups.io page. That's groups, groups India Oscar, and just do a search for MJSS. Or you can email me at k4pew@arrl.net. By the way, we've got about 204 or 5, something like that, people on that email list. So you won't be alone. We only send out stuff related to buying and selling equipment, and this is on a social media site. It's all for ham radio. It's all related to the buying, selling, technical issues, questions, those kind of things. Purpose of that is to have fun. Figure out what you can hear, what you can't hear. What you got to do to improve it, if indeed you have the money, and please put your family first. Radio does not come first. Feeding and taking care of your family and their finances is number one. That's why I didn't get into ham radio until I was 55 years old. No, that's not really the reason. It's just I was too busy working for a living. Anyway, we just have fun. If you're not having fun, you probably shouldn't be in ham radio. Go find another hobby that is fun. I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't having fun. As far as announcements, today is Saturday night. We have 3 nets tonight. We got this one, the one on 144.240 upper sideband following this one, and then we move over to 6 meters on 50.135, 50.135 upper sideband. We also have an upcoming net tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m., the mid-10 phone net that's on the same frequency as the one we do on Wednesday nights, 28.4. KM4YRF. Is there any other? Well, and also next Saturday, because this Saturday's already gone, is the breakfast at the Golden Corral in Hermitage. Golden Corral, 8 a.m. Can't get in before 8, so you can be early, but you're going to be standing outside because they don't open the doors till 8. And it's a good time to meet up some other people. If you have any, all hams are invited. All people are invited. If you have some interest in looking at a bunch of hams eating breakfast. That sounds like a novel idea. Is there any other announcements besides those? All righty. Well, we will be taking check-ins from. Oh, by the way, I just want to give a quick announcement on DMR. We had 8 check-ins tonight, which was a big turnout, huge. And then on the D-Star, I'm not sure. We'll get a report on that a little bit. In Fusion, we also had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 check-ins on Fusion. So we're cooking right along. D-Star, I'm not sure how many we had. We'll find out from Larry later. But anyway, we're taking check-ins from let me get to my list again here. Yeah, we're starting from the south. We're looking for this right at the moment for people short on time. Please come now.
K4 Juliet.
Hey, very good. You watching a ball game or something there? How you doing, Dan?
No, I'm fixing to eat supper.
Ah, that's better. It's better than being on the radio.
Yeah, been working in the garage all day, so kind of tuckered.
Oh, yeah. Well, older you get, the easier it is to get tuckered out.
Oh, yeah.
Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Danny?
No, sounding good over here.
Yep, you too. That was Danny in Gallatin/Cottontown. That's West Gallatin. That's Kilo 4 Golf, Oscar, November. Who else is short on time? I have no idea, unless that's Michael with his really noisy signal. Is anybody else copying that? Text me or something. You know, you can text me. I don't know who it is. I just don't know who it is. It sounds like the same buzzing noise I heard earlier with Michael. Oh, I heard that. Who was that? You got a lot of noise on your signal. I don't know if it's mine. It's localized. Or are you hearing any noise on the radio?
Well, I had the power on low, so maybe this is better.
Oh, there you go. I got you just fine. Just fine now. You sound great.
Yeah, I was saying that that was Bill. He didn't give a call, and I don't know if that's Bill down in Murfreesboro.
Bill, is that you out there? I think it is, but the noise is so big that I can't copy a thing you're saying. That's the problem.
Yeah, he said yes. Yes, sir.
Oh, very good. It's interesting that you can hear him so well and I can't. Isn't that funny? Because Murfreesboro is, just about due south of me. Go over to you in Pleasantview up in here because you're north of that.
I heard.
Okay, that was Mike. November. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Bill. November Yankee down in Murfreesboro. Tequila, whiskey Alpha. Man, I forgot the first two digits of his call. I'll look him up. Anyway, that's Bill in Murfreesboro, and it ends in 4 and then Y. Who else is? Let's see. I did hear Mike in there. Mike, that was you said a good signal. Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee. Did you have anything else for the net?
No. That's it. I've done my good deed.
Very good. I'm glad you did. I wouldn't have been able to make out who that was. You're sure. Tony, go ahead. Take yours if you want to, unless you wanted to wait till you get to Sal.
No, I'll go ahead. Hi, everybody. K4 KQ. Don't forget to Santa Net. Christmas Eve, beginning at 7 p.m. You can check in, even if you don't have little ones. But if you do have little ones, please check in. K4 KQ.
Yeah, Tony, for those of you who might not be able to hear Tony, he's got a good signal. The Santa Net, which he does very nicely on Saturday. On Christmas Eve, starting at 7 p.m. It's particularly good for those who have children, but it'll be here on this frequency. So you'll be doing fine. You just listen here. We might have an alternate to that. I think he's going to be doing some Zoom stuff too, but I'm not sure about that. We'll give you more information as the days wear on, but we get a nice, about 44 days earlier for an announcement. Anyway, that's Tony. He's in Smyrna. Who else is short on time?
Whiskey Victor 4 Delta, Ken in Smyrna.
Hey, Ken, you got a monster signal tonight. Sounds really loud.
Well, I apologize for that. I need to go drop my antenna down some more.
Yeah, man. You want to put a muffler on that thing.
All right. You guys have a great day. I did raise the antenna a little bit, and I guess that helped. So, Paul, you have a great afternoon. I hope everybody has a good nest. You enjoy the rest of the evening. This is WV40, clear 73.
Yep, very good. That was Ken, Whiskey Victor 4 Delta. He's in Smyrna. Big signal. He was 40 over to me. Who else is Sal? Or short on time. Short on time. That's where we're going. All right, we're going to take victims from the south, please. Come out.
K4 TY, Yankee Victor.
Hold on. We had two in there. Jim from Woodbury, KE4TY, KE4TYJ. That's right. It's correct, isn't it? Okay, very good. I was fuddled here when I have 2 or 3 calls in my head. Anyway, everything going well for you?
Oh, yes, sir. Had a lovely time this morning on the radio. Had my coffee. And 10 meters opened up. Worked on 10 meters. It was a lot of fun. Went to the store. Had a little rain. So, yeah, it's just a wonderful Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, very good. Well, the rain is good, even though we don't like it all the time when we're trying to do something else. But it keeps me in the house and out of the yard.
And most of the time, it keeps you out of trouble. But yeah, I might go for a bike ride tomorrow. Went to the grocery store this this afternoon, so that's done and out of the way. We'll not make your ham breakfast tomorrow. I mean, next weekend. I'll be down in Florence, Alabama. I got a bike get together down there, so I'll be down there.
Awesome. If I don't talk to you in the meantime, have a safe trip and enjoy yourself. It's a nice area.
Yeah, I think I'm going to really like it. Looking forward to it. And other than that, that's all I. And don't forget Marine Corps birthday, November 10th.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I'll talk to you about it later. I just saw it for not being honest. So, what kind of Marine are you?
Probably a dishonest one.
That's right. Anyway, that was Jim down in Woodbury. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Larry, I caught you in there. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. How you doing?
Doing all right, Paul. I think we had 7 check-ins tonight on D-Star.
Oh, awesome. That's great. It's I think it's about what you had last week, wasn't it?
Oh, around that neighborhood.
Sounds good. Anything else for the net?
No, I'm good, man. We'll catch you later. KE4, that's why.
Yeah, appreciate you doing that. D-Star Net. That's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. He's in Rockville. And his name's Larry. Great signal. A little noisy on the band tonight, though. Noisier than most. Noisier than normal. Who else is Sal?
KM4 Tim. Hello, Paul.
Hey, there you go. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing pretty good. Thought I better check in. It's been a little while. Got to check in on the D-Star Net, and I've been watching football. Hated to see the Vols lose. They didn't play a very good game against Georgia. Anyway, it is what it is. So I guess we'll watch the Titans face up to the Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow. Glad we got some rain because we needed it, but looking forward to dry weather and nothing much else. I have kind of been busy though lately, little projects here and there. Good to be here and hope everybody is having a great evening. Back to you, Paul. KM410.
Yeah, very good. That was Tom in Rockville. Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike, big signal. Anybody else, Sal?
Kilo 1 Sheriff Papa.
I think we had a double in there, but I heard Scott loud and clear. Everything all right, Scott?
Oh, yeah. I think I saw the needle move when I keyed up. But no, there's somebody else out there. All good on the home front.
Very good. Glad to hear it. Your son doing all right down in Georgia?
Yes, he is. I was going to say Skype, but whatever you do on the phones there, whatever it's called, video chat on the phones. And we'll try to get on the radio once or twice a week on 60.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, well, you can do it on I know that I can do that on a couple of the texting programs, texting phone programs. You can do that. It makes it pretty simple. Anyway, yeah, it's a great feature. Anyway, glad to hear you keeping in touch with your son so much. That's awesome. That was Scott. He's in Laverne. Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. A great signal, by the way. Who else is Sal?
UT.
Hello. Yeah, we were troubling on your signal there in those digital modes.
Yeah, there's a little interference tonight, I guess. I'm hearing everybody all right, but I hear other people complain a little bit.
Yeah, even tonight your signal's got a little bit of noise on it, more than I remember it being there. But it's because I have some localized noise here as well, so I presume it's everywhere since everybody's kind of complaining.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, thanks for doing the net, Paul. Let's move on. NAD and UT.
Yeah, very good. That's Carl in Franklin, November 8, November Uniform Tango. Who else is Sal?
W4EBS.
Very good, Eddie. How are you doing tonight?
Doing very well. Hope everybody else is okay. So let's check in. He had to watch my great grandson play football in the rain this morning, but it was worth it.
Oh yeah, that's what I hate about dome stadiums, and it's like, well, that's not football because we used to play. But the best football games I remember as a kid were those in the mud and snow.
Yeah, I can remember when we played out in our backyard in the mud. Well, thanks for doing the net, and hope everybody's doing okay. W4.
I'm running 5 watts.
Well, you better turn it down because I got you 60 over.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll maybe I'll do like I can lower my antenna, couldn't I?
Yeah, you can put it right down on the ground. Yeah, Michael, I heard you in there. What? Oh, wow. Did you hear that, Eddie?
I couldn't hear him. He was too far off.
He has you S.
And some people you can pick up better than I can hear some people better than you. I guess it all got to do with the hills.
Yeah, it does. And those Russian hackers, that's what they're doing. Jammers.
Yeah, they're out there too.
Yeah, very. No, I just barely was copying him, but it is interesting how it changes just over a mere. You might be 2 miles from me. I'm not sure it's even that far, but it is interesting how propagation can change just in that short distance.
Oh yeah, the weather affects it all too.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Eddie?
That'd be it. Thanks for doing it. Before we get.
Yeah, very good. That is Eddie in where is he? Oh yeah, he's in Gladeville. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray. Anybody else south or east?
WA4 is that
Coming to take James in first. He jumped right in there. You doing okay, James?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Playing around.
Yeah, hanging around on a kind of rainy, windy day.
I didn't go outside all that much.
No, I had to go fix my. Well, I haven't fixed it yet. I had to fix my mast on my one antenna, not this one, on the other antenna because the wind was giving it fits.
Well, I don't mess with the antenna in the rain.
Oh no, it was after. It was at 5 o'clock after it quit raining.
I heard Eddie real well.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Even with your indoor antenna, you could hear him well.
Yeah, he was good and clear.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net?
Not that I can think of.
Very good. That was James, Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India, right here in Mount Juliet, just about right in the middle of town. Who else is south or east?
JK5S.
Okay, there was 2 in there, and the second one was very low signal. Hard to hear, but I'll try just a second. I think I heard Carrie.
Yep.
You sound pretty good.
Well, thank you, sir. I just having to remember for a change that it was time to go on.
Yeah, that's right. Even though we send out reminders, people forget.
Yeah, but I read that at like 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, I know. Or you read it 8:30, a half hour after it started.
Hey, I mean, by the end of the day, I done 100,000 other things by the day, and I forgot about it and I sleep in the chair.
Yeah, that's right. In some ways, I think that all of those things, not the net or the net reminders, but that ability to manage things in a very concise way. You can put multiple things. You're texting, you're emailing, you're putting things in reminders, and you put them in the schedule, and it's so much stuff. It's almost in some ways.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I actually have a reminder that pops up, but I think I got it set to pop up about an hour before the net, and I'll get involved in something else. And next thing I know, I'll look up and it's 9 o'clock.
Oh, I know exactly how that goes. I missed something today that I said, oh man, I got so messed up doing something else got going, and that was the end of that.
Yep. And hopefully here in the next few weeks, I'll try to get some dry time and some motivation and get the radio put back in the new truck and maybe bring that 220 radio in the house and hook it up in here.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah,
But, that's one of those things I got to figure out what to do for an antenna because I don't have one for it in here. I had it in a mobile. I had one, but not for the house.
Yeah, it's easy to get a mobile 220 because it comes so frequently in a tri-band.
And that's what I had in the truck, and the other truck was the tri-band. But I've decided pretty much if I can figure out how I'm gonna mount everything in there. I'm gonna move this 706 to the truck.
Oh, awesome, great. Anything else for the net, Carrie? Excuse me, Carrie.
No, that's it for tonight. I just appreciate the net and just want to say hello to everybody and have a good evening, folks.
Very good. That was Carrie in. Let's see, where is Carrie? Carrie is in Baird's Mill, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I thought it was. I got to clear up my memory bank here. In Baird's Mill, and it's Kilo Kilo 5 Sierra. Who else is south or south or east?
Maybe not RKK Mobile.
Yeah, I can tell you're not on your home shack there, Frank.
Yeah, the microphone, I know. Yeah, I'm just somewhere between west of Maple Hill and east of 109, Lebanon Road here.
Ah, very good. You guys have a good meeting and test session.
Yeah, gotta do extra, do general, and yeah, it was, and we just it had a good amount of people, right? It's kind of a new record for the amount of people.
Oh, awesome. How did Lee make out?
What? I'm sorry, I didn't copy that.
Did Lee take the test tonight?
I think so. Yeah, I did. I believe so. And then he went to extra.
Oh, he did take the extra?
I think that might have been what it was. I'm not sure that there was one person, like I said, upgraded to extra and went to general, but that was before I got there because they do the testing before the meeting.
Oh, I got you. Very good. Well, I'm afraid if I took the test, I'd get a downgrade instead of an upgrade.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure if you study for it, it comes back to you. Every once in a while, I'll pull it out, look at the manual again and study because I used the one from what's his name, Northwest.
Oh yeah, no, I had both at one time. I had the general book and the extra book, but I lent them out and I never got them back. But I would like to have them. Well, I'm not going to get them back now. It's been 15 years, so that's not happening.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for doing the net. I'm glad I was able to catch it before getting home too late. And it's crazy. As I was going through, how you'd be full scale, gone, full scale, gone. Sometimes no signal, great audio. I had to take a double, peek at the meter, going, what? He sounds like he's right next to me, but it's 0 bars, and then it's 8 bars and not good audio. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, we even have some straight. Eddie was just saying a few minutes ago, because you know where Eddie lives, and I could hear a station that he couldn't hear, and he's only 2 miles, and Eddie's only maybe 2 miles from him. And he's got a better tower up elevation than I do, and he could not hear it, and I could. So very weird, how conditions can be odd.
Yeah, you're in a great location for like Clarksville and to Murfreesboro and South. There's some kind of hill between, where I'm at, Richard, and everybody up here to that area. It's like, yeah, I almost can't, it's very hard to hear anybody. Smyrna's fine, but Murfreesboro, for some reason, and then the one, I think it's Mike or somebody in Clarksville, 1 minute he's there, and then the next night he's not there, so it's weird.
Oh yeah, well he's got a big hill to climb getting from Clarksville over to us. He's got a lot of stuff there, and he's got an indoor antenna on that 4 or 5 element quad he uses.
And that's what I think is going on. He may have it in just right sometimes for where I'm in his beam, and sometimes I'm not. That makes sense. Thanks for reminding me. I was like, man, I can't hear him. Then, hey, we were talking to Southern Illinois, so like Eddie said, the weather matters.
Oh yeah, very much so. Anyway, that was Frank. He's mobile tonight. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Who else is south or east?
KG4 CXE, Chris in Royal Hill.
What a nice big signal, nice, clear and concise. Chris, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing great. Ate dinner and sitting here. Can't get the dog off my lap, but I'll live.
Yeah, we had an excellent dinner. Went out and had some birthday dinner with some family, and now there's some cats in the lap. So yeah, I understand that feeling.
That's fun. I got to get videos of the one dog I had because He's actually a nutcase. I think I need to get him counseling.
We have one that basically has two inside of one, so it doesn't know which one it wants to be most of the time. So it needs counseling too.
Yeah, I think he actually needs like doggy boot camp.
This needs kitty psychotherapy, I guess.
I'm with you. Yeah, well, they got this.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah, very good. Anything else from that, Chris?
No, that's it. 73, everyone.
Yep, sound great. That was Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. He's in, again, Rural Hill, the center of the known universe. At least it is south of Mount Juliet. Who else is south or east? Hey, Charles, I can hear you pretty good, even though there's a lot of noise on the signal. How copy me?
You're really good over there. They're pretty close to get co-ads.
Yeah, very good. You actually have like an S4, almost an S4 signal here, but I'm wearing headphones, so it helps because the noise sounds like a buzzsaw in there. It's so noisy. Your audio voice is overcoming it, so you're doing fine. Is that antenna up where you need to be? It's a what? Well, I'm not making out the word you're saying. The word you're saying before antenna, what did you say? Ah, very good. A scanner antenna. Wow, it's doing great for a scanner antenna. That's amazing. You mean, that's terrific. I can't believe it's that good tonight. Very good. That's Charles. He's up in the Ashland City area, Jolton, Ashland City, and it's Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot on a scanner antenna. That's great. I can't believe it's a scanner antenna. I believe him, but it's just amazing that it would get to me from him. Who else is, that's what I'm saying, strange conditions. Who else is south or east? Southeast or north?
November 8th, November Hotel Tango.
Very good. How you doing, Hayes?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm just sitting around the kids, and basically they're playing. I was helping them on some old school Nintendo games, and just having a particular Saturday night, just made some hot dogs. I figured I'd check into the net when I could escape for a minute here.
Very good. What are the old school Nintendo games? I don't remember them.
I'm talking about the ones they're playing circa around 1995, somewhere around there. They're doing some playing some old school, kicking it old school tonight.
Pretty soon you'll be breaking out the blocks.
Yeah, really. Yeah, they're a little bit past that, but they got the they're just kind of have fun there and just spending our Saturday night in and trying not to spend any money. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm with you. No, it's amazing the difference of what kids have today versus. In fact, they said the average gamer. I just heard this the other day. Not kids, gamers. You know, like usually teens, I think, and adults who do a lot in the game. And they say it's often, 4 to 10 hours a day.
Yeah, I won't let them go that far with it, but they got they have their modern stuff too with their online capabilities, first-person shooters and stuff like that. I got it. One's in 6th grade, one's in 3rd grade, but they like some of the older stuff too. So they'll play them. It's just a matter of balance. I know it's their generation, but I was I had Atari and Nintendo, so I played plenty of games myself back in my day. So sometimes I share a little bit of that with them. But I'll let you turn it back over. I'm not. It sounds like some more people might want to check it. I don't want to get too long-winded there, Paul, although I'd certainly like to. But K4PW, this is N8NHT, Hayes and Henderson.
Very good. That was Hayes, November 8th, November Hotel Tango. Yeah, I was born in an era where we were pre-Pong. That's the correct terminology anthropologically. Pre-Pong. Didn't even have Pong. That's how bad we had. We had a TV. That's it. Black and white. Sorry. That was fun. And all the games we had were board games, non-electrified. Anyway, who else is east or north?
WB0 NOL.
And all you had was trucks, Mark.
Exactly. We played outside and had balls and just really bizarre stuff.
I know, it's amazing. We didn't have any. The only screen we had is, well, like my father said, when I wanted to watch something else, he goes, "No, you watch what I watch."
Yeah. I remember my dad bringing home a TV one time, and it had like probably an 8 or 10-inch round screen on it. It looked like a CRT. In fact, the whole thing looked like a scope, except it was in a leatherette-bound cabinet, and it was a portable TV. And and only turn it on when a show was going to be on.
Oh yeah. In fact, I'll have to send you a picture of me sitting in front of one of those 8-inch round screen TVs we had when I was about 3 or 4.
Yep. Well, I wonder if any of those things still exist.
Oh, like one of the museums somewhere. No, it's really funny when you look at what the kids do today. Like we had to go outside. In fact, most of us didn't have a choice. It was called get outside.
Yeah. And my mother had a dinner bell that bell like it was on a farm, although we lived in the city. But if she wanted me to come home, she'd go out and ring the bell.
Oh my gosh, we had, but the girl across the street, her mother had a whistle, like a police whistle. Man, was that annoying.
Yeah, she'd probably be arrested for disturbing the peace nowadays. But anyway, those are good times. So I'm hearing almost everybody tonight.
Oh, awesome. Very good. Yeah, like I said, conditions are interesting because if you're hearing everybody, but I can't necessarily hear everybody properly, so it's weird. Anyway, that was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar, old school player. And he's in Northwest Wilson County. Who else is east or north?
Romeo Hotel, Reggie Andersville.
I heard. Hold on a second, Reggie. I was just thinking about you earlier. I saw your call ahead on the screen there. I heard Wes in there first. How you doing, Wes? Are you home?
Yep, I'm home, and I had to step away for a second. I heard Richard came out for SIB, but he was weak. Where was he?
He's either on the way home from that meeting in Lebanon, or he's home. One of the two, because he might even be mobile.
Oh, he was on an HP. Tried to check in, and I stepped away for a second. But all right, I heard Mark get a good signal, and I've heard. Minus when I stepped away, I heard everybody. So, all right, KE4TWI.
Yeah, very good. That was Wes, KE4TWI. He's over there up by the river, kind of northwest of Lebanon. Reggie, I heard you in there. What's your call again? I forget it.
November 4, Romeo Hotel.
And you're in Hartsville, right?
I'm not one now. I'm sorry.
I forget. You're in Hendersonville?
Yep.
Okay, for some reason I had Hartsville in my mind also. Well, very good. Your signal's great. Are you been on long and have you heard many people well?
Couldn't make you out, but most everybody coming in there.
Antenna you using? I don't remember.
A GP9.
That's a good choice you got there.
Yeah, I got it not about 30 feet up in the air, so anyway, I got to do what I got.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good. You're doing great. No, the GP9 is excellent. Of course, as you probably know, I got that X700, and I believe it has the same specs.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Of course, I can always hear you good. How high did you say you are?
My home elevation here, at the ground levels, I believe it's 686, and then in this case, my mast is still out. It's at about 20 feet above that, and I'm going to get it up a little higher.
All right, good deal. All right.
Very good. That was November 4, Romeo Hotel. I believe I heard Wes in there. I also heard, was that Richard I heard in there? I know he was on an HT. Well, I'm going to put him down as being there because I know that I heard him momentarily, and Wes had him as a relay then. Anyway, that was Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. Richard, Probably between downtown Lebanon and his home in west of Lebanon. Who else is east or north? Boy, that was a giant train wreck. I presume that was Michael? Okay, very good. Did I already check you in, or was that on the other net? No, I don't think I did. So are you and Richard? I mean, you and Richard. Are you and Rick both checking in?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so we got KM4YRF and we got KN4TJF. They're both in Ashland City, and that's Michael and Rick in Ashland City. Yeah, the conditions are horrible tonight for you guys. Appreciate you being out there, Michael. And I'm glad I was able to fill in for that net on the Yaesu Fusion stuff. We had a good, I think you heard me. We had, what did I say? We had 8 check in. That was cool. We had also had 8 on DMR, which is kind of surprising. Anyway, who else is, again, Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot, Rick, and Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, Michael. Who else is west? Horrible. I can't hear anything that just got said. Try one more time, please.
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo Delta.
Very good. I got you in there, Joel. Also got Kilo Oscar 4 Malta. Very good. Let me take Joel first because he seemed to have more trouble than anybody. How are you doing, Joel?
Well, I'm running 5 watts on the same antenna. I just wanted to see if I could get to you on this antenna with a different radio, and apparently it works fine.
Yeah, doing 5 watts. You're doing great.
I don't get that. I'm just convinced that DMR sucks on Simplex.
Well, you're not the only one, but not only, well, it sucks, but now we have more people saying it sucks.
Well, you know, like I say, I didn't even know we could do this. Stop even trying because I don't really know that many people around me close enough to even use that mode. So yeah, I'm definitely convinced because I'm running 5 watts on FM, you see, no problem.
Yeah, no, I know you're doing good on 5 watts right now.
Yeah, I knew that was the case because I've never had a problem with you before.
Yeah, no, but DMR is tough. It really is tough. I think it really is made for municipal operations for repeaters at 1,000 feet.
Yeah, you're right. And you know, I can get the jack no problem on D-Star with 50 watts, but there's no way I'm getting 70 miles, I don't think. I need to raise my antenna up or get a beam.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net there, Joel?
No, that's it tonight. That's net control.
Yeah, very good. That was Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor, Joel and Joelton. And I heard Doug in there, Kilo Oscar 4 Mike Kilo Delta. How you doing there?
I'm doing all right, Paul. I just hadn't checked in a while. Thought I'd give it a listen and tell everybody good evening.
Yeah, very good. Well, it's always nice to have everybody check in. Well, if everybody check in, we'd be here for 3 hours, but we're not going to do that. Well, if we did, it'd be tough. It really would be tough. So it's kind of nice that everybody checks in periodically.
Yeah, that's true. Some of the nets I've been on have gone for an hour, hour and a half, and that does get to be a little tedious, especially for us old guys that need more frequent naps, you know.
Well, that's the only thing that keeps me awake.
Yeah, roger that. All right. Well, I just wanted to again say thanks for doing the net, and maybe read off.
Yeah, very good. That's Doug in Greenbrier. It's that's Kilo Oscar 4 Mike Kilo Delta. It is funny. It is honestly true. Everybody can't check. Everybody could check in at the same time, but it would be really, really long and tedious. But at the same time, everybody who does check in, even if it's periodically, the average of numbers doing it, we're ending up now with 20 to 35 or so, and a night. And we actually are, whether you think of it or not, we're doing a service to other people every time we get on the air. I think of that for myself, but that's not why I started the net. I wasn't that altruistic that I said, I'm going to do a public service to the world. I just wanted to meet people in the ham radio world and Mount Juliet, and I ended up doing this. But each of us who gets on the air, each of you guys that gets on the air, does indeed provide a service to somebody, maybe not every week, every time you check in, but somebody will go, oh yeah, I can hear him fine. You get a better idea about conditions, you get a better idea how good your antenna is working. It is a service to other hands. Anyway, who else is north or anywhere?
KG4 ILV, Jack and Donaldson.
Okay, you're the exception. You do service to nobody. Jack.
Come back on that, Paul.
I said, you're the exception. You don't do a service to anybody.
No, I relay in Joel.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. No, you got a big signal as always.
That's the only service I do.
No, like I say, when people get on the air, it does. It is as tiny as it seems that you're doing a service to somebody else by getting on the air. You are. You're making them think about how come I can't hear Jack as well as everybody else can hear Jack or whatever. You're in ham radio. You're always asking those questions. I do it here on Net Control when I can't hear somebody well, and I know I can usually hear them well.
Oh yeah, I agree, 100%. It's just the conditions make it so weird. From time to time, the conditions are never the same.
Oh no, it's just a moving target. I think you heard me earlier that here I could hear Michael over there in Ashland City area, and very badly I could hear him, but yet here's Eddie over just 2 miles east of me. He couldn't hear him, and he's got a higher elevation than I do.
Yeah, that earlier station that was on 5 watts, I had him at 60 over.
You were talking about Joel and Joelson on 5 watts?
No, it was early in the check-in tonight. Somebody was on 5 watts, and they weren't in Nashville. They were somewhere, and I had them at 60 over.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just unreal.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's almost like sometimes even close in, people. It's like you're ducting. It's almost what it's like.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks for doing that, Paul. I appreciate it. KG4ILV.
Very good. That's Jack, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, and he lives in Donaldson. And that's where his radio and antenna are too. It's not like there's two different places. Who else is West?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Enya.
Hey, Greg, sound better here than you do on the DMR or Fusion or whatever.
Yeah, and I was gonna, I used the hand mic for the 991 here, the stock hand mic, and it has a high and low switch on the back. I just noticed one of these days I just move it and ask if it sounds different.
Yeah, or you can do like me, you buy a $150 microphone.
Okay, I just flipped that switch for the first time ever. I've had this thing for years. Does it sound any different?
A little more bassy, I think. Switch it back.
Okay, this is back to position 1.
Yeah, that sounds a little more like a communication mic with that doesn't have a broader signal, but it's not radically different.
Yeah, it's just interesting. You think I would have been curious for?
Well, you don't expect a whole lot out of a hand mic to begin with.
Yeah, I didn't exactly change anything dramatically.
It's actually kind of funny, really. I think I was going to do that. I'm going to make a hand mic and put about like 6 switches on the back of it for different high, low, and low cut, high cut, and then people go, "Wow, that's awesome."
Maybe get some echo and reverb.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds silly because it's just thinking hand mic.
There's probably a whole industry for it.
Yeah, and you'll have to put like a special battery in it too.
Yeah, one of those bizarre shaped ones that you go and get on the internet.
Anyway, anything else for the net, Greg? Hey, by the way, I had my antenna, my 220 antenna is laying sideways, laying horizontally tonight because the wind knocked it down. It didn't kill it or anything. It knocked it down because I had a hardware problem. And that's why it's laying on top of my outbuilding.
I knew I hadn't heard anybody recently, but I'll still be listening on there. 84 TV.
Yeah, very good. I'll get it back next day or so. Anyway, that's Greg, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and he's in Antioch. Who else is West? Hello, Charles. Appreciate the relays earlier.
You're more than welcome, and you had me reminiscing of the run around with bicycles, and we put wooden clothespins and pin playing cards on the spokes to make the noise, and of course, the more cards, the better. We played real yard darts. You may remember those, and of course, we played baseball on a sloping yard and played army with real BB guns.
Oh yeah, no, it's like a whole different world, really. It's the rare. I noticed it a few years ago. In fact, I noticed it in the 90s. I lived in Florida, but almost no kids at the playground. Almost nobody to go. What the heck? Why do we have them?
Yeah, And also as a kid, I learned what do to you.
Oh yeah. Well, even now, this isn't a big deal, but they used to lock. There's a big fence around the junior high school that was in our neighborhood, and that was the best ball field for both football and baseball. And we used to, because it wasn't supposed to be used by the general public, because it was for the high school, junior high school. We used to climb a 16 foot, 16, whatever those tall fences are, 12-foot fences. Something wasn't me, but somebody cut a hole in the fence to get in from one side of the field because we were going to use that ball field.
Sometimes you think back and you wonder how we survived being kids, but we did.
I still got scars from climbing that fence.
Yeah, Roger. Earlier, I was fixing to check in the Tennessee phone ad on HF, and of course, as soon as they signed in, we had a neighborhood power failure. So I was scrambling to find a battery and to hook up my battery power, and then my cord I made up to hook up to the battery. I didn't have a fuse in it, and I was crossing my fingers the whole time when I switched it on to make sure it wasn't gonna blow my radio out.
Yeah, you were missing that scout motto of "Be prepared," weren't you?
Well, when you don't.
I've got it easy because I have one of those UPS power supplies that I have hooked up to the radio. So even if the power goes out, on 50 watts, I'm not good for very 5. I'm probably good for 30 or 40 minutes on it.
Yeah, charge, but my truck, and when I put it back on charge, it said it was low, so I don't know how long it was going to last. But anyway, I got through it, and everything worked out, and I even used it on the DMR net, so it worked out there too. So it works part of the way.
Oh yeah, no, I've also got a battery sitting on the garage in case of emergency, sitting on one of those battery minders.
Okay, Paul, appreciate you doing that, and I'll just get on with it. KC4.
Very good. We're going to call this the Get On With It Net. That was Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November, Quebec. Who else is anywhere at this point, or west?
Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Alpha Juliet.
That last station, Kilo, I think I heard, hold on one second. I did hear Lima Foxtrot Tango, but let me get you back to him. Who was the Kilo Oscar 4 station, please?
4 Kilo Alpha Juliet.
Again with the first.
Seth.
Oh yes, Seth. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're seeing a little bit of noise here, and it wasn't clear to me. But how you doing, Seth?
Hang in there. Just listen to that.
Well, I hope you find it fun and entertaining, because it isn't always fun and entertaining.
Having a ball. Just want to check in. Y'all have a good night.
Very good. That's Seth, and I forget where you are.
Pleasantview. A little bit. Well, kind of close to Mike in Ashland City.
Kind of close to Ashland City. And that was Seth, Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Alpha Juliet. Actually, your signal is pretty well. Let's put this: your audio is pretty good. Anyway, I think your LFT in there. All of a sudden went terrible. How you doing, Rick?
Oh, we're doing pretty good there, buddy. I just thought I'd stop in for a minute there. Let me know.
Hit me with your call again. I know it's 4 Lima Foxtrot Tango. What's the first letter or letters? Yep. No, I got it. I was the only thing I got right there was and it's Kilo Charlie 2 Lima Foxtrot Tango, and he is in Hartsville, which is really no good considering. Is there anybody else? And again, Rick in Hartsville. Who else is any place?
Me over here.
Is that you, Richard?
Yeah, KI4SLB, KI4SOR. Sorry I'm late, but good evening.
Yeah, very good. I did check you in because I did hear you momentarily, and then Wes jumped in there and says, "I hear Richard." I was like, okay.
I was actually trying to get you on a handheld. about 6 blocks off the square in Lebanon, and I didn't think it was going to work, but I thought
Well, if you had a mag mount on top of your car, probably would have worked fine.
maybe I don't know. I got to put a mag on at some point. Hope everybody's doing well. I won't keep you very long. I'll let you when I can. KI4S, I'll be back then. Thanks for what you do.
Good. That was Richard. I already checked him in, but this time we got to hear him. It's Richard KI4SIB and his bride KR Stephanie. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere?
KR4AZ.
Hey, where you been, man?
Just got in time today or this evening to check in. I'll come in here and check. Sometimes I don't hear nothing and everything. But we got a small group of church meets on Wednesday, and of course, disconnected. Well, not these past few weeks it had, but anyway, thought I'd try it in here and blow and bump here at almost 9.
Yeah, we ran a little long. We've been hanging in there sometimes. Some of them were short. We've had as little as 20 people. It's you're number 33, so sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down.
You doing okay?
We're doing fine. High and dry after the rain and the wind. Knocked down one of my. It messed up one of my masts, and I've got to on the 220 net on my 220 antenna. So that's no big deal.
Wind hits you. That's some of the disadvantage of having that altitude, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. It is. You're right. So how you been doing otherwise, Tim?
Doing fine. Doing good. Had a little laryngitis past week, but the voice is starting to come back, so doing all right. More to check in, so take care of yourself, and everyone have a good evening. KR4AZ cleared back from there.
In Murfreesboro, Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. Big signal too. Sounds good. Who else? I hope I wasn't running anybody off by saying we had 32 come in there. Well, that was number 33. One more chance before we move over to wherever we were going. Yeah, one Peter's upper sideband. That's where we're going. 144.240. All right, that's where we're going. At 33 is a pretty big night for us recently, which, like I said, the numbers aren't so critical. Just people showing up is critical. At least some recently was maybe 19, but no big deal. Anyway, we'll catch you all in a minute over on 144.240 if you're able, and if not, 50.135 K4P QSY to 28. I'm sorry, I'll get it straight in a minute. 144.240. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey here on Upper Sideband. Looking for check-ins from the south. Please come on.
KR4 Alpha Zulu.
Hey, you sound great in there, Tim, as usual. Sounds almost as good as. Nobody else south or east? In there, Sky, you sound good. Hit me again. Almost sound warbled. I don't know if there was a double in there or not.
All right.
Yeah, just a little tiny bit, but I can tell it's you. Very good. That was Scott in Laverne, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Who else is south?
KF4 KFQ.
Yeah, you sound really good too, Tony. KF4 KFQ. Sounds great. That's Tony in Smyrna. Who else is south? Yeah, I'd say your signal stunk, but you'd be able to double check it on the screen. You sound good, Chris. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. Anybody else east? Anybody east or north?
WB0NR.
Yeah, you sound great. Are you sorry you gave up your DMR radio?
Not at all.
I know. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar. That's Mar. Who else is north? Well, actually anywhere south, east, or north.
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
Hey, yeah, you sound really great on this. And of course, you're back on. You're still on the 2-meter beam, right?
QSL, yeah, I'm still on the beam.
That's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Didn't the first time I talked to you, you were on a J pole?
Yeah, I just moved in the house, and that's all I had laying around.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'd forgotten about that till just now. Anyway, no, you've got such a good signal. I would think you were right here in town with me.
Well, I appreciate it. That's turned up to 100 watts.
Oh yeah, that's monstrous. And you don't need 100, that's for sure.
Well, thank you, sir. Doing a good job.
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. That's Jim in Woodbury. Who else is southwest or north?
Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Kilo November 4, Tango.
All right, very good. I got double or triple in there, and Mike doubled up on me too. He's got Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot and Kilo Mike 4 Tango, Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot, both in Ashland City. Decent signal here on 2-meter sideband compared to the other crappy. I think I heard, is that Joel I heard in there? KO4 OTV?
KO4 MKD.
Ah, very good. All I heard before, and I wasn't sure who it was. Very good. We got Doug in, I think that's Pleasant View, right? Doug. Is that where you are?
That's a Greenbrier.
Oh, that's right. It's Greenbrier. My mistake. Get those confused up in that area. That's Kilo Oscar for Mike Kilo Delta. What a good signal. Who else is, let's see, where we're south, east, north, or north. Nothing southeast or north. How about over to the west?
Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. That's Greg in Antioch with a booming signal. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else west?
For India Lima Victor.
All right, nice, clear. Almost sounds like a phone call. It's so clear. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. It's Jack. Any place, anywhere, including south?
Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec.
Ah, terrific. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. You almost, it's funny, where you are almost seems like bowl for receive, because you hear some signals like we did earlier tonight that I couldn't hear at all.
Yes, as you there's I can hear a station in Woodbury talking to somebody, ST on me.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. As I said, the conditions are odd because I had, who was it? Somebody up north. I think it was Doug, MKD. No, Doug. Yeah, MKD. That was hearing a station in Rockville that I couldn't even hear, and he's way up there, in Greenbrier. So I don't quite get it. Anyway, you have a good signal there, Charles, and that's Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Who else is west? Anybody else west or anywhere? Any place, anywhere before we move on? All righty, I don't have it. Hold on one second. We had 13 people on the net on 2-meter upper sideband. We're moving right over to the 6 meters upper sideband on 50.135. And if somebody would announce over on the 2-meter frequency on the FM frequency 415, that we're going over there. That's where we're going right now. K4P.
Where's the airport?
50.135.
Gotcha.
All right, this is K4PW at the Mount Juliet Simplex Net on 50.135. Looking for check-ins from the south. Please come in. Okay, south or east? Oh, it's going to be slim pickings tonight. Southeast or north? Man, I don't know. The conditions are bad, or I'm not getting out any good. You hear me okay there, Mark?
Yeah.
All right, that was Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar in Northwest Wilson. Who else is south or east or north? I can hear something out in the distance, but I don't know if it's for me. You hear anything, Mark?
Only you.
All right. So West, anywhere. All right, I got you in there, Greg. I can hear you. It's a little low, but I can hear you just fine. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of noise. I just have a relatively low, I can hear Mark. He has a booming signal in here, but I can hear you just Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Kilo 1 Sierra Papa K1 SPD. I got you in there. Very low signal though. All right, very good. That was Scott, K1 SPD in Laverne. Anybody else? Anybody, any place, anywhere? Anybody copying anything I can't hear? Greg? Man, that was slim pickings on 6 meters, huh? All right. Any place, anywhere, north, south, east, or west? Well, I hear stuff out in the distance, I think, but I can't make out anything they're saying. All right, very good. I'm going to go ahead and close the net. If somebody is trying to talk to me, hit me on the what do you call it, an email or something. We're out there because I can't hear anything besides what I just did, and that was Mark in Northwest Wilson and Greg in Antioch and the Scott in Laverne. So, anybody else? Last chance. I didn't hear Jack. And Jack, is that you? Odd, I can't hear him at all. Normally, I can hear him fine. Very interesting. Anyway, we'll talk about it. No big deal. We'll catch everybody later. Appreciate everybody on the net. K4PEW closing out the net at 3 minutes after the hour.